Rivian's CEO just admitted that America needs China and America needs Chinese EVs. You heard that right. Hi, guys. Welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual, guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. So, what has just happened is dynamite. Rivian's founder and CEO Scaringe commented on Tuesday the potential impact of the auto tariffs imposed by US President Donald Trump, but also on the ongoing trade tensions between the world's two largest economies, the United States and China. In an interview with Fox Business, of all places, I'm surprised they allowed him to say that, Scaringe said that despite the company's very United States-centric supply chain, every EV model will face a real challenge. Every EV model will face a real challenge. He says, we're trying to navigate that as thoughtfully as we can, he added. Rivian produces all of its EVs, the R1 SUV, the R1 pickup truck, and the commercial van in its plant in Illinois. All of our technology, he says, is developed here as well. All of their technologies, yes. So they don't outsource none of their technologies from China. Very smart of them. But wait, listen to this. Scaringe mentioned adding that motors and big pieces are also built domestically. Very good for them. But why is he scared of the tariffs? Wait, it gets better. Rivian is expanding its normal plant by more than 1 million square feet, with the chief executive noting that the company currently employs just under 17,000 people. When asked, this is the nice part, when asked about where the steel and the aluminum comes from, used in the production come from, Scaringe stressed that the automotive supply chain is complex. He wouldn't say, wait. And the brand has been focused on building our production footprint here in the US. He did not answer the question. Allow me to answer it for him. It comes from China. But it gets better. Wait. The 25% auto tariffs hit everybody. We do rely on supply chain. We do rely on supply chain that has a number of components that come from other countries. But what countries is he talking about? Rivian's founder said, adding that given the new environment from a tariff point of view, we're working really hard to see what we can change, but they're difficult to change. This is where it gets interesting, what people don't understand. Imposing huge tariffs is one thing, but then how are you going to build it here? You have to build the factories, you have to train the people, you have to get the rare earth minerals. Where are you getting it from, my dear lads? Trump imposed a 25% tariff on imported vehicles and parts, rolling out duties on all imports from outside the US in early April, with rates up to 54% for Chinese goods. China retaliated with higher tariffs and export restrictions on rare earth elements. This is the main thing here, guys, rare earth elements. I guess NVIDIA will make chips with their fingernails. It says escalating trade tensions because rare earth minerals is needed in the electric vehicles, in cell phones, in refrigerators, in televisions, in wearable technologies, in the hospitals. Early on Wednesday, tariff hit 245% on Chinese imports to the US and 125% on US goods to China. Although Trump announced last week that he was pausing tariffs for 90 days, put his tail between his legs amid negotiations, he kept all measures against China in place. The tariff on imported vehicles and auto parts also remained at 25%. On Monday, President Donald Trump stated he was looking to help some of the car companies without detailing any measures or next steps. He doesn't even know how he's going to help them, but he's going to help them. I'll tell you how. He's going to have to drop the tariffs, just like he did on the laptops and different things. He's going to have to drop tariffs on rare earth minerals and different things, hoping that China does that. Scaringe stated that we're seeing in terms of rare earth metals out of China. That's a real challenge for electric vehicles. Although these rare earth metals can be found anywhere, In terms of geology, the processing of the materials happens almost exclusively in China because they have the technology for it. Rivian's chief executive says it's important to recognize when we look at the whole electrifying industry, there needs to be many winners. Mentioning not only Rivian but also Tesla's success. When asked about Chinese EV brand's global success, Scaringe replied that for the California-based brand, a huge part of this is giving customers choice. And see, with choice, you will have competition. With competition, you will have innovation. With innovation, just like in China, you're getting an incredibly advanced EV, not here in America, in China, for the fraction of the price of what you'll pay in America. Unbelievable. If you're looking at buying an electric vehicle for under $50,000 today, there's really very, very few highly compelling choices. So he says, the executive noted for that reason, you've seen Tesla with a very significant market share for a long time now in America, over 50% market share. And that's actually a reflection of limited great choices. That's it. There's no choices. That's why they have that market share. Earlier this month, S&P Global Mobility estimated U.S. light vehicle sales to settle between 14.5 and 15 million units a year in the coming years. Amid tariff impact in 2024, sales hit 16.3 million units, with 54% made in the U.S. and 46% imported. According to Cantor Fitzgerald, Rivian is one of the most impacted by the auto parts tariff since the company is not as vertically integrated and is sourcing several components from overseas, just like Tesla. The company is reporting its first quarterly financial results on May the 6th. So this was an incredible article. I wanted to bring it out right away to you guys and to show you all that exactly what Money Making Mitch has been saying is exactly what's happening. And they're going to have to find a deal, and they will find a deal. Because without the rare earth minerals, without the technology to process it, even if they have it, they cannot do it. Without competition, there will be no innovation and no choices. This is why it is needed. Just like when Toyota came to America way back in the day, at first they blocked them. And then Toyota went to Europe and the rest of the world had that superior technology. And then America had to let them in. And only then Ford and GM and the rest got out of the Stone Age, so to speak, and started trying to catch up to Toyota. The same thing is happening again. Allow history to be your teacher, my dear lads. I hope you guys found this video yet again to be informational, inspirational, and motivational. If so, guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It takes a lot of time to do these videos and editing. And if you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because in this channel, we are waking up the middle class for the first time to get a major piece of the pie from the ground level up as to how the game is played on Wall Street. And like 50 said, we get rich or we die trying, guys.